that pipeline was vandalized. So president have to act. So, back to the question he asked me. I will advise Governor Sim, because they know they will tell him go to court. Which court? It pains me that I'm a lawyer and this is happening in the judiciary. Which court will he go to, and what will he get from the court? Let him wait. If after 6 months they say, oh no, they want to extend it, let them extend it to 1 year. If after 1 year, oh, they want to extend it for 10 years, let him leave them. He's a calm man, he's a peaceful man. God will continue to fight his battle. Meanwhile, this battle is not that of Sim. It's battle for Rivers people. It's Rivers people.
Yes. God will not fight for you if he has given you power to fight for yourself.
No. As a believer, look, I'm a Christian. You don't assist God. Don't help out God in your life.
Do you believe that there is a responsibility you have?
No, there's the man part, but in Nigeria, the man part has been taken over by...
To that comment that you made about 3 persons being members of a cartel. The president of Nigeria is the president of Nigeria.
I know.
By design, a cartel is usually a group that challenges the main authority. The president is a president. He does not have to be a part of a cartel. Because a cartel feels like, by definition, a black market authority, if you may.
Oracle, when you deliberately desecrate the judiciary, the courts, don't you fall into this cartel thing? But when 3 of you sit down and do what you want to do and say the worst that can happen is that you go to court, and even a decision as in Rivers and Supreme Court have said so, and then one man, because you are the president, you say no, that now that the decision of Supreme Court has said allocation will not be released to Rivers State until budget is passed. Today, okay. the man, our president, he is now bigger than the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Okay. He has said that the money now, that allocation will be released to his caretaker. So what do you call that?
Okay. Now, the president gave, and I listened to it more times than I needed to, obviously because I'm hosting the show, an 8-minute, 36-second speech. And a part of that speech, of course, was stating that Rivers will now be under an emergency rule. But a major part of that speech spoke about the political crisis in Rivers State. He had tried to intervene, but the governor, this is according to the president, yes, had ignored his position. So, if we are to go by what the president said, his position is not that I am bigger than the Supreme Court, is that I have done everything within my power to bring stability to this part of the country. Since that is not the case, and since the Supreme Court has ruled, the governor has disobeyed the ruling, this is the next step, of course, following the bombing.
If the president said exactly what you said,
he did.
If he said that, then it's most unfortunate.
How is it unfortunate?
Let me tell you, if the president of this country will say that Governor Sim Fubara have refused to implement the decision of the Supreme Court, then he's been unfair to Rivers people.
How so?
In fact, he's unfair.
How so?
Let me tell you. You see this fight? The president of Nigeria knows the 2 people that are fighting this fight. He knows.
Okay.
He knows his minister and the governor. Oracle, tell me, if I employed you to work for me,
okay,
and the feelers I get from your place is that you are not behaving well, Oracle, what's expected of me to do?
I'm not behaving well.
You are not behaving well.
On the job you gave me.
No. Whether the job I gave you, let me tell you something. Whether the job I gave you, see, it's a different thing. You may be doing well on the job I gave to you, but causing trouble in your state.
So here's the thing, right?
It's incumbent on me to say, my friend, come. Truth to be told, if my brother Chief Yeson Wike is not the minister of FCT, some of the things that is happening today would not happen.
Okay, so
the president cannot say that he doesn't know. He needed an immediate cause to punish Rivers people, and that's what he has done. And again, let me use the opportunity to say, both Yeson Wike, both Governor Fubara, Martins and his friends, and my friends, Where are we now? Where are we? Where are they?
Barrister Williams, the fight on paper is between the executive and the legislature.
No, I agree with on paper.
No,
Thank God you use
paper
on paper.
now,
Yes.
on paper. So this part of the fight is off paper.
That's correct.
Because every now and then they quote father and son.
Yes, that's correct.
If the president has chosen to stick with what is on paper, will you blame the president?
You see, let me tell you, Oracle, don't forget that our brother, the honorable minister, is always holding press conference. In fact, we don't even get to hear from the assembly here. We hear from him on what the assembly is supposed to do and what they have done.
He's vested. He's interested in
That is the point. That is the point. So unveil that thing and know who is behind it.
Right, Sir Williams, when did Obasanjo cease to be the president of this country?
Of course, 2007.
Exactly. He has been making statements about the affairs of Nigeria since then. He has written books.
No, you don't
He has
compare.
granted interviews.
You don't compare the two
Obasanjo
here.
has not stopped
You don't
talking
compare.
about Nigeria.
See, let me tell you.
He spoke as recently as
I don't
last
want to
week.
make this discussion look like it's all about Wike and same.
Okay.
You see, like you said, Obasanjo have been making, inputs consistently. You see, in the case of our brother Wike, he's not making input consistently on issues of governance in Rivers State. It's issues of House of Assembly, legislature. That is the point you should know.
Tomato.
To me, I believe so strongly too that the problem of Rivers State, I don't mind even if I walk outside now. So the problem of Rivers State today is Tinubu that is causing it.
So, what would you consider calling the FCT minister to order? What is the president supposed to say
what I mean
to the
call it
FCT
to order?
minister?
What I mean call it to order. If you call your minister, you don't need to dramatize it. Call your minister. Call the executive governor of Rivers State. Three of you sit down. Some people are really feeding fat in what is happening in Rivers State. Call these two young men. Would you sit down? Look, Governor Fubara, this is it. Yes, Wike, this is this.
But that was the piece.
No, you don't call that piece. What I'm telling you is different from 8-point agenda. 8-point agenda ended up causing more problem in Rivers State.
But they called the governor. They called the FCT
No,
minister.
what
They
I mean,
called all the stakeholders.
that's what I'm saying. Who is a stakeholder in Rivers State today? Is it the elders? Who that doesn't pitch, has not pitched tent here or there? No, what I mean is that the president of the, let me see what happened in Lagos recently. A speaker was impeached, another speaker emerged. That, you see, when somebody is interested, you will know. How did that speaker come back? It's not the intervention of Mr. President. Why did you show me that state? Look, Mr. President, the constitution has given him so much power that if Mr. President had called 2 years ago and Governor Fubara, come sit down, look, two of you, look, do this. If you don't, look, I appointed you. Look, do this. Two of them will come back and settle this matter. Okay. But he allowed it because he hates Rivers people.
No. You can't say that.
No, I've said it.
No,
I've
not
said
on
it.
this platform.
I've said it.
No.
So that 2027 will be a walkover. But you have to be alive.
Barrister Williams,
you have to be alive.
I will not have that on this platform. You can't say that the president of Nigeria hates the people of River State, while you might not be okay with his plan. Okay.
Mr. President doesn't seem to like Rivers. That is more civil than hate.
After the break, we'll talk some more. Please stay with us. Area Info, Sam Oracle Chinedu here. I have Barrister JC Williams here with me. We're talking about legal practitioners, legal experts weighing in on Governor Fubara's option amidst state of emergency. Some are asking him to seek Mr. 70's governor of this republic. We've had 4 states of emergencies declared by presidents of this country. 2 by Obasanjo, 1 by Goodluck Jonathan, and the 4th is currently by President Tinubu. The first one, for Plateau State, the governor was suspended by Obasanjo as well as the legislature. The second, for Ekiti, the governor was suspended but not the legislature. According to analysts, they claim that the emergency rule instituted by Obasanjo brought some calm to the violence. In some way, shape, or form, it solved the problem. It you look at yourself are arguing that the institution. If the strategy was, shouldn't there be a case made for it?
Any strategy that works outside the Constitution is illegal. Any strategy that works outside what the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has provided for is illegal.
Barrister Williams, why are constitutions amended?
That is it. It is only when you know that, look, if this thing were to be in this Constitution, it would have worked differently. Move for amendment of that Constitution. The Constitution will capture it to make it legal. As anything to the contrary, to the extent of that inconsistency, Constitution say what? You know what the Constitution says. So, if you find out anything that needs to be done in the Constitution to make it better, move for the amendment of the Constitution. But any your personal strategy that is, oh, this one will work better than the Constitution, is illegal.
I asked excuse me. I had a lawyer on the show yesterday and I asked the same question. Can Fubara ask for an extension of his tenure owing to the time lost to the emergency rule?
No, he can't.
Why?
He can't. You know, this is added to him. That's why the Constitution has provided that after 6 months, he will come back. And look, let me tell you something. Assuming the Constitution is there to cure a lot of things. One is assuming Governor Fubara or any other governor is a troublemaker, and the Constitution has provided 6 months suspension assistance. Initial. What that means is that, look, as you come back and wake up and sit up, so that the remaining months or years that is left, you will make use of it.
But the mandate is for 4 years. If you did not get your full 4 years,
it is that same mandate.
The state is owing you.
No, is that Constitution that gave him 4 years or gave the president 4 years that also provided for this 6 months suspension?
When he was running for this election, he did not plan or sign up for running his 4 years along with a sole administrator.
That's correct.
Now it has happened.
That's correct.
So it is incomplete.
Did he envisage?
The only way to remove a governor is death, resignation, impeachment. That is if his tenure has not ended.
Now, let me ask you, did he envisage that midway that he will have problem with his godfather and then the assembly?
Nobody.
These are the these are the things you see on the way. On your journey, you meet things.
So if this emergency rule is extended 6 months, and the remaining part of his tenure,
so be it,
elapses.
So be it. That is what the Constitution say. In fact, the Constitution has made provision for another 6 months, as that is making it 1 year. The Constitution never say more than 1 year.
Okay, not more than 1 year.
Not more than 1 year.
Okay.
So whatever it is, the point is, if President, the God of Nigeria, as I see him now, if he decides by his own judgment that normalcy has returned, they have stopped bumping the pipeline and all that, and he say, governor and legislators, come back, fine. If his wisdom too, as the God of Nigeria as he is now, he say, look, no, they are still bumping another extension. Of course, he trusts the National Assembly.
And if
they will do what he asked them to do.
If the seeming chaos extends beyond the 1 year, what options are available on the table?
That is another constitutional issue. Because the Constitution only gave power for 6 months, an extension of another 6 months. So maybe, just like we talked about before, a strategy and constitution. Now the National Assembly should begin to think, maybe to amend constitution In case this thing doesn't settle in the next 1 year, what happens? But not when 1 year lapses and then you begin to say you want to bring your strategy. That is not.
But I had a whole conversation, but the truth, it was an argument with many lawyers from when the state of emergency was declared. And you can imagine how dysfunctional an argument between a lawyer and myself would be on the Constitution. Obviously, I'll be on the losing side thereof to such extent as to require extraordinary measures to restore peace. D, there's clear and present danger of an actual breakdown of public order and public safety in the Federation or any part thereof. E, there's occurrence or imminent danger or the occurrence of any disaster or natural calamity affecting the community or a section. F, there's any other public danger that clearly constitutes a threat to the extent of the Federation. G, the President received a request to do so in accordance with the provisions of subsection 4. From D.
The last but one you read.
From D to like F, there is the possibility of
imminent danger.
Exactly. Meaning that it does not have to happen. It might be on good authority that it is going to happen.
It's funny.
And I kept asking, what if the president's position was on imminent danger and not existing danger?
Okay.
He's not well within his rights.
It's interesting that
the explosion of one pipeline might be the first signal.
That is what I'm telling you now.
So something bigger.
I say so it's good that in River State we are so proactive to see imminent danger. And when the danger is there, we are not seeing. In Yobe State, where 3 soldiers are slaughtered like fowl, there is no imminent danger. Look. Who is fooling who here? I said, before I use the word hate, he said, no, I should withdraw it. I withdrew and I said, doesn't seem to like. Look, the economy of River State, there is a former governor of River State said something. He said that the entire Nigeria is sitting in River State. Is not manifesting. That is why imminent danger is in River State, because oil is affected. That's nothing more than that. So they were just looking for the slightest thing to suspend Governor Sim so that their oil and their businesses in Ajib and Shell will flourish. We know all that.
Now, Barrister Williams, while the point you're making is about the bias, right? The failure to declare such an action for other parts of the country, I personally do not think, and my argument is not to what the president has failed to do in other regions, but I don't think there's anything wrong in the president protecting.
Look, let me answer you straight away. Those things outlined by the Constitution here does not apply in River State. Things are not. This guy here in River State, what is happening in River State is political.
Okay.
He can sit somewhere and want to use his position to undo the entire Rivers people because he want to please somebody.
Now let's move away from the president. The House of Assembly has approved. House of Reps, Senate.
Yes.
They are not the president.
Yes.
They are the legislative arm of government.
You see, if I say something now, you say, let me look, Oracle. Look, before today, even in my sleep, I know that this National Assembly, led by Akpabio, nothing different will come.
Look, are we happy if we claim that they are a rubber stamp assembly? Are we happy that is the case? That's
come, Oracle. Let me even tell you. In the house, tell me why in democracy in the 21st century. Said, tell me why in democracy in the 21st century. Said 2/3 of us, and then you in your wisdom, knowing that it will not fly, you now say voice vote. It takes God to determine 2/3 by voice vote.
Yeah,
that's to tell you the country we are in.
It is going to be difficult, Barrister Williams. But like I said,
that's to tell you the country we are in.
It is going to be difficult, Barrister Williams. But like I said, because we're looking at absolute, it's not impossible, just really difficult to tell 2/3 from a voice vote. Okay, so let's go to the phone lines. My question is, would you advise the Governor Fubara, to challenge the state of emergency in court? That's a simple question. Would you advise the governor and the lawmakers as well, because they also are affected, the governor, the deputy governor, and the State House of Assembly members, to challenge the state of emergency in court? 0817-923 0002 0817-923 0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can watch, listen, and engage. Please turn off your radio as you call. Hello, good afternoon. I beg your pardon. Good evening. Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, all
right, go ahead.
Yes, I agree with your guest.
Thank you, my brother.
You have spoken very well. You need more of your time to speak the truth. And I want to see. This is the truth now.
I apologize to let you go. It was difficult to make out what you were saying. Please call if you can. Good evening. What's your name?
So my name is Henry, calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, Henry.
Right. I think in my own opinion take concerning this matter is I will advise the governor to go to court.
Okay.
To seek redress in court.
All right.
If the court looked at it and said, okay, what the president did is good, let it be there. It will serve as a precedent to any future matter that will come with respect to that.
Okay.
That is what I will say. Secondly, there's something we call law of karma. Our leaders should be cautious in whatever they are doing, because law of karma have a way of returning back. It may not be today, but it may be the time when they needed it most. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello. Good evening.
All
right, Gifts. Go ahead.
Yeah. Law of karma have even started with the governor himself, as far as I'm concerned. You know why? You declared seats of a lot, and in fact, one don't even possess that power. The Constitution never gave you that type of power. But you decided to go that path, and people were clapping. Today, what is the end game? What is the result? Say, whether you go to court or you don't go to court, the president is not the god of Nigeria. Let me put it to your guest in the studio. The president has carried out one of the constitutional functions that he has to carry on, challenging Supreme Court. And that is what he has been doing. And Supreme Court said he is wrong and lawless, and we are yet to carry it out as at then. It is null and void. You have not done anything in the eyes of the law because it was illegal. And today we blame that we have cabals, we have this. I understand where it's coming from. He's a supporter of Mitsubishi and Meshi. He said he will continue to be loyal to him. So what do you expect? All of them are singing the same hymn from the same hymn book. So no need to even complain. Congratulations to the military administration.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
The very distinguished Sam Oracle Chinedu.
Good evening. What's your name?
I salute you. I remain the very distinguished Temple Okere.
Okay.
I salute your guest.
Thank you, my brother.
The very distinguished Oracle. Looking at the question you throw out, but first of all, this constitution we are always citing.
Temple, please turn off your
I
radio.
thought they said that the judiciary will always interpret.
Please turn off your radio.
Section 305. I thought they said the judiciary will first of all interpret, and these sections of the constitution are not automatic, like we have in section 109.
Temple, please turn off your radio. Temple, turn off your radio.
Okay, it's done now.
Okay.
And the question you rightly asked, for me, I will appeal to my governor that is going to rightly ask. For me, I will appeal to my governor that is going to court. For me, it's inconsequential because nothing good will come out of it. The same judiciary. They have not. If judiciary. They have not. If they say, let the education be ceased or be with.
Yeah, let me greet the guest in the house.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you're a very good man. I greet you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, my own observations and my attention. What I'm trying to say, Governor, is that let him not go anywhere because of no need. What I'm trying to say, Governor, is that let him not go anywhere because of no need. You know, there's one Okwa film. He say a planned deal a plan. That's what they did to him.
No. Okay, I lost that call. Let's see. We'll take a few comments from Facebook and then wrap up the conversation. Chima Namdi says, hello, Oracle. These are the words of Governor Fubara. Let me say it again. I'm not scared of anything. The worst that will happen is for me to leave office. It is not that I'm leaving the earth. Is it going to stop me from existing? So I'm not bothered. Okay. And Pi Festus says, good evening once again, Sam. Your guest in the studio, in due diligence. In my same mind, we will never advise him to challenge his abnormal ousting from office by Mr. President due to the kind of judiciary which we have in Nigeria, because I perceive those judges to be running a transactional means of legal jurisprudence. Judgment over here in Nigeria is for the highest bidder. Okay. And Posterity Vela says, if I were him, I would resign just at the expiration of the 6 months. We are almost out of time. Barrister J.C. Williams, you have heard the opinions of different people. Some are for and some are against, which is perfectly normal.
One thing I'll quickly add
to
answer your question again is that let Governor Sim relax. Let him not go to court. You know why? If he goes to court now, of course, he will start from the Federal High Court. And then, that matter will be in Federal High Court for at least 1 year. When the 6 months expires, even if they want to tell him to go back, they will say, no, the matter is sub judice, it's in court. So, that might even lead them to keep him away for another, till the end of his tenure. They will tell you, that is when they will know that there is law. They will tell you it's sub judice. Since the matter is in court, we cannot tell him to go back as a governor. So, let him relax, like I said before. Don't go anywhere. Keep being the peaceful man you are. Let God do his thing. I know nobody is bigger than Abacha in this state, in this country at some point. Okay. But when God got out, something happened.
Barrister Williams, our sole administrator is already in the government house.
That's correct.
What expectations of him do you have? Very quickly.
Yes. First, I want to tell our brother, he's a Niger Delta man. Please, sole administrator. This is River State. Don't listen. Look, even me talking, if I have access to you, don't listen to me. Do what God has put in your mind to do for Rivers.
Somebody sent him to that place. He has a mandate from the federal government.
No, the constitution sent him. This constitution somehow sent him. Okay. I said, let him not listen to any individual.
You cannot argue that it is unconstitutional to have him there, and now we are saying the constitution.
No, that's what I'm telling you now. I said, for now, we have National Assembly have concord. Okay. So we agree that constitution.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So the constitution sent him there. Let him do what the constitution says.
Okay.
To Rivers people. Let him not listen to anybody, whether in Port Harcourt or in Abuja. Let him do what his conscience. Tomorrow, let me tell you, there was a man in this state he's from Calabar. The former commissioner of police, Mbo, was here. He was brought here for a mission. After that, the people he worked for abandoned him. Please, our brother from Cross River, don't be like Mbo. Come here and do your work and go.
Thank you, Barrister Williams, for your time. Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you so very much.
All right, the number comes up at 5. And after that, we're still talking about the state of emergency, but I'll have another legal practitioner join me to talk about the agenda for the sole administrator. Please stay with us.